So after coming back from my trip now and, putting 8,000 miles on the bike, the instrument panel started going haywire. The speed stopped displaying. The rev stopped displaying. The cold and hot sensor started going, it was just blinking. Everything on the thing was just blinking, and it was showing that the key wasn't detected on the bike.
If Honda was watching this video and they was listening to what you were saying, is there anything you would want to say directly to Honda if they was watching my video? Go ahead.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to wait this long to plug in a computer. I should be able to go to AutoZone, and they should be able to plug their AutoZone computer into my bike and tell me what code I'm throwing. Because if I'm on the road now, my bike throw a code, there's no thing to read it. And this is supposed to be a touring motorcycle to where you take all over. You know what I'm saying? You take like in all over places where you're not going to find no Honda dealership. And like this bike needs to be a little bit more like I understand that you guys want to keep the work in the dealerships and stuff, but this bike, because you guys don't have that level of service to where you can take care of people's bike professionally, because you guys cause damage to my brand new bike.
Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Hey, how you doing, Chris?
Elroy, you're on with Caliente, live on the Goldwing. Anything you say can be used in a Caliente video. What's going on, my brother?
Nothing here, man. Just having bike withdrawals.
Okay. Yeah, today we're riding with, we got Humdinger. You with us, Humdinger?
Yeah,
We got Lady Love.
Yeah, I'm here.
And we got JC.
How you doing, Elroy?
Hey, how you guys doing? You sound like you guys are out right now. Where you at? What highway you on? Or
we're on 55 northbound, 55 north.
Oh, nice. What's the plan? You gonna go get something to eat or something, or just what?
Yeah, we're gonna go out and get a bite to eat.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, but what's going on? You know, you mentioned to me some things that's going on with your Goldwing, and I just kind of want to shed some light on your situation. So tell me about the bike you bought. What year is it? And tell me what's going on. What happened?
Okay, the bike is a 2020. I had bought it February 14th in Miami at JM Honda. After I bought the bike, I did a whole bunch of upgrades to it over at Honda Weston. Honda Weston, they put on a trailer hitch. They put on, what was it? A backrest, trunk, bracket.
Okay.
Little stuff like that. And
you said it's a 2020 Goldwing? 2020?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 2020 Gold. And after they did all of that, it was about $1,500 in parts, and then about like $1,200, $1,300 in labor. So
wow.
After I paid them and I did the whatnot, right? Because I was gonna get on the road. I told you I planned a big trip for me and my wife. So I did the upgrades, and after I got back the bike and whatnot, I seen that there was a lot of pieces not put back together correctly, blah, blah, blah. But skip the story short, I did what I needed to do and fixed it up and aligned panels and pieces that needed to be aligned and correctly put on. So after coming back from my trip now and, putting 8,000 miles on the bike, the instrument panel started going haywire. The speed stopped displaying. The rev stopped displaying. The cold and hot sensor started going, it was just blinking. Everything on the thing was just blinking, and it was showing that the key wasn't detected on the bike. So parked the bike up, and it was giving me a hard time shutting it off. It's like a knob thing now where it's like it's not a key, so it's like you You can flick it one time and then it turn off, but sometimes you have to. The way I had to turn it off, I had to do a hard turn off. It's like you have to hold the knob. So it turned off. Next morning, the scene was still giving me some the same type of symptoms, but it was just showing the engine light and the key wasn't detected. So I wrote it, and then the instrument panel and the same symptoms I described start happening again. So I was going on a ride with some friends now. These guys, they got street bikes, so I just continue riding. And we rode probably like 100 miles up to like West Palm and back.
Okay.
And in the process of doing that, I stopped, checked the battery at AutoZone. They said the battery was 100% charged and the battery was good. Checked it twice. Checked the fuses. The fuses was good. And just continue on the trip. So as I continue riding it, the instrument panel stuff wasn't working for a while. And then it started working again. And then the engine light went off. And then the only thing it was showing was the key wasn't detected. But the key is detected because that's how I'm able to start the bike. So I tested now because they gave me 2 keys when I bought the bike. So I tested with the other key, showing the same symptoms. I changed the battery too when I stopped at the AutoZone in the key fob. And I did basically everything I could do so I don't have to bring it to the dealer, because I'm coming to find out the dealer's the only people or they have the software that can read the codes on the Goldwing. Like, there's no aftermarket company for this model yet that has, I guess, cracked Hondas, whatever, to read it. So I brought it to them on Monday. They said the bike, I can pay them $250 and they get on the bike right away. I'm like, it's just a code. Just plug it in and tell me what it is.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, the bike's gonna be a week.
Now, let me. You know, we're out here on the interstate, so we out here on 55 northbound, and it's a lot of wind, so it's kind of hard to hear. But let me make sure that I follow your story correctly. You got a 2020 new Honda Goldwing. You only have 8,000 miles on it, and you was riding it, and the electrical instrument or the electrical system or the instrument panel or cluster start going haywire. You start getting all types of light. It starts saying that it's not recognizing your key fob. You're saying that your check engine light was on. You're saying that, you know, you were just basically having a bunch of electrical things going on with the bike. Is that? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, sir. And I also wanted to add, in the performance, not the performance, but in the upgrades of the bike, I also put Remus exhaust on it. I did that myself. And I put some LEDs in the back from Caliente or something like that. But I did that myself. Because after having my experience with the dealers and they mushing up my bike or not really taking good care of my bike, and I paid them all that money, I realized that I had to start to learn to work on this bike myself.
Right.
So that's why I was so reluctant to bring it to a different dealer now, but they're a little bit more credible. But the thing is with them now, they're behind a week. So they're going to start my bike on Monday.
Now, did you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but did you say they want to charge you like $250 an hour or something to plug it in to see what's going on with it?
Yeah, they wanted to charge me $250 to see what's going on with it, right? Like the Monday that passed.
Wouldn't that bike... Now, I thought your bike would be under warranty, though, right? It's a 2020 with only 8,000 miles. I wonder why they're trying to charge you if your bike is under warranty.
No, they're trying to charge me to do like a...
Say that again?
They were trying to charge me an expedited service, so like they speed up, they put me ahead of the line.
Oh, okay, let me get this straight, because I just want my viewers to know what's going on. You're saying that since your bike is under warranty, they want to charge you $250 for like an expedited service to like put you in front of the lines. To just get you in earlier, they want to charge you $250. Is that correct?
Or I could wait a week, which I chose to do. I was like, okay, let me just wait a week.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing now. So I asked him, I was like, okay, since my bike is starting to act normal, the key fob is detected and the engine light is off, can I bring my bike on Monday so you can work on it then, instead of just having my bike parked up here, park outside, you know, in the back. They have like an outside thing where the bikes aren't really covered. And he was like, nah, it has to be here. So I was like, okay. I went and got my bike cover. That's waterproof. I parked up in the back in the little secure area, and I was just waiting a week.
So your bike pretty much been sitting up a week at the dealership, and they supposed to take a look at it on Monday and plug it in and try to see why your bike is having these electrical issues.
Yeah, and Honda made the bike a way that it's like, if you ever do have a problem with it, that you have to take it to them. And that's what's really killing me. And
right.
I don't train, in my experience, because I'm doing research and I'm finding out it's not just this Honda. It's all throughout the country. It's like they don't really have experience. That's why they're always behind. They don't have like I used to work at Peterson Harley Davidson, right, in sales for a while. One thing about it, they wasn't the reliablest bikes, you know, and you know what I'm saying, they blah blah blah. But like the like if I would have went to a Harley place and I'd be like, hey, listen, my bike is running, it's normal and everything, it's just showing that the key fob is detected. Can you plug it in and tell me what's going on to see if I can maybe ride it, or like they would do it right then and there. You get what I'm kind of saying?
Right. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem that's going on. Yeah, if you had a Harley and it was something just, you know, a little light electrical problem, they would just get it right in to at least look at it. But that's one of the things that I talked about in an earlier video, is that it's taken the Honda dealers so long to just get your bike in to service it, even to just take a look at it, even if you need a light bulb changed, or if you need something simple as you know, an oil change. They want to make you wait 4 to 6 weeks. And now you're telling me that the dealership that you're dealing with, they want to charge you a fee if you wanted to get in front of the line of $250. But in the meanwhile, your bike is sitting up at the dealership, and on Monday they're supposed to plug it in to see what's going on with it. And the only thing that you've done to this bike, as far as changing anything, was you changed the exhaust. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I also want to add that, like, I have a bike since I was probably like 14. I always had a cruiser or some type of bike, and I also have a car. But I have a bike for like therapeutic reasons. I don't know what it is, but when I don't have a bike, like right now I was looking at trying to go get another bike, but when I don't have a bike, I'm like, I don't know, man, and this is, I don't like the way how, like, all my other bikes, I never had this problem. If there was any little thing, I could bring it here, they check it out, run a code, the bike would tell you. I don't understand what this, I never knew it was like this, bro. Like, it was going to be so complicated. It's like a car.
Right.
It's like they really make it's supposed to be, I don't know, I'm just really because I spent so much money on the bike, you know, and to just be down for a week over something so small that you could have just told me, you know, it could be something just like a reset, you know,
right.
Or something, I don't know.
If I might interject something in here, it's Elroy, right?
You got your helmet down, JC? You got your helmet down?
Yeah, everything's down.
Okay.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay.
What's going on? First of all, I've heard about the instrument panel issue. Yours is not the first one. So that is a known problem. It's a known issue with Honda on the new Goldwing. So they have a bulletin on that. You would need to get with the dealer and talk to them about that, because that's a known issue, and they have a bulletin on that. They can work on that. And second, when it comes to those new Goldwings, you said this is your first touring bike. When it comes to touring motorcycles, all those panels have to come off. And Honda never makes it easy. They have different fasteners for different panels. Some panels have multiple fasteners. And not every dealer has a good Goldwing mechanic that can take all that stuff apart. So, you know, the dealer that you went to buy your bike initially, where you bought your accessories, I know you said they didn't put it back together right. When you're doing your research, you want to find a good Goldwing dealer. not just a good Honda dealer. They have to be very experienced in taking the panels off and working on those Goldwings, because that's a lot of work. And this was a brand new bike, even though it's 4 years old now. It's a brand new bike, and a lot of dealers didn't go to school didn't get trained properly on how to work on this bike. So the problems that you're having are not just for you. A lot of people are having those issues. So find a good Honda dealer, a good Goldwing mechanic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your input. I just want to clarify everything. You said something about a bulletin. They have a bulletin about the cluster?
Issues. Yeah, a bulletin is when they have a known problem with a bike. For example, my bike had a recall, actually. It was a bulletin. A service bulletin is not a recall is safety related. A service bulletin means that there's an issue with a bike and they're made aware of it, and they won't necessarily bring it up to you, but if you bring it up, they'll have to acknowledge that and work on it. A safety recall has to be worked. They got to send you a notice out. Honda had a safety recall on their rear brake locking up.
On the new ones?
No, this would have been the older one. This would have been the GL 1800 models. I know it was for the second generation. I'm not sure about the first generation, but I know they had that brake issue with the second generation.
Yeah, that was the recall. They had it on the first generation too, because I had to do mine. And but a service bulletin is when they have a known issue, when they've had some complaints, they've had some issues that they have to work on. They won't necessarily voluntarily bring that up, but if you bring it up, they'll have to work on it.
Yeah, now he got the 2020. He got the 2020 JC.
Yeah, third generation.
He got the 2020. What did that bike end up costing you, Elroy? How much you end up paying for that bike?
I spent around 26, and with taxes around like 29. And I put a lot of money into it. Yeah, I had got some remix exhaust. I was like $3,000 just for the remix exhaust. I got a lot of money in this bike, bro. Like, I'm not happy about some electrical problem that's stopping me on a bike. I got damn near like almost 40 G's, and so, like I'm not too happy about this, but I'm happy though that you guys are enlightening me on how to properly take the proper avenue to deal with this, because the last thing I want to hear is me having to come out of pocket for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what state are
you in? What state do you live in, Elroy?
I'm in South Florida.
You in South Florida?
I was thinking though, I ride the bike a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I ride the bike a lot, and I ride it kind of hard. But is it really hard how hard I ride it? Like,
no, absolutely not.
It really shouldn't matter. That bike only got 8,000 miles on it. What kind of warranty What kind of warranty came on that new bike?
A year warranty unlimited, and I had got the Honda Care extended thing. And
wait a minute, did I hear you? Oh, it's a nice pothole. You said that bike only had a year warranty?
To be honest, I don't even know. I know it had a warranty. I'm not gonna sit here.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to none of that. Okay. I just knew that. I just honestly, I researched the bike, and everybody was like, "Yo, the bike is bulletproof, it's reliable, this and that." I was stuck between that, an ultra classic, and a KTM, like a enduro type of touring bike, and I ended up going with the Goldwing for the comfort.
Now
I don't know if it was a.
Now, when they said bulletproof, they was talking about this GL 1800. I don't know how they said that about the new Goldwing. It only been out since 2018. The GL 1800 has been out for many, many years. I think about 17 years, not counting 2011. But
I'm not gonna sit here and think. If it wasn't for the way how the new one looks, I probably would never have bought it. Maybe the older one, the bagger style. I think they had like a 2018,
right.
2017. That one, like a bagger one. I like that one too. But I really like the look of the new one. And you're right. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys are right when you talk about the because I rode the big Goldwing. the older ones, and it does handle better on the highway. When I was riding through New Mexico and I was in Arizona, yo, I was facing that's why I'm going to go dark side, because I guess maybe because the tire's flat, I'm not going to have that. But when the wind comes, man, that bike, man, like, it was ridiculous. I'm going to start GoProing or whatever so I can start sharing these things. But I was literally riding sideways, riding through New Mexico on the 40.
So you're saying, saying that the wind that's coming across that bike makes it unstable at high speeds is what you're saying?
It's unstable. It's I don't know, maybe you remember on the picture that I sent you, I had a cooler rack and then I had a gas tank. Maybe that aerodynamic maybe threw it off. And then I had my wife on it. Then we was packed, you know. Maybe that was a factor, you know. It wasn't handling good at all. It was safety, like my safety, it was pretty bad, like safety wise. But we was pretty packed.
So overall, let me ask you this question, Errol. So overall, are you saying you're not happy with the new Goldwing overall? Is that what I'm hearing?
There's some things I like. There's some things I don't like. I like the way it looks. I like the headlights. I like the motor. I like my exhaust, the Remix exhaust. You can press a button and make it quiet. I don't like the seat. You know.
You said the seat?
Yeah, I don't like the aerodynamics of the bike. I wish it looked the same, but it was just bigger.
Yeah.
I wish the gas tank was bigger as well. You know, remember I told you I had to bring extra gas, and I'm happy I did that.
Right. Wow. Now, let me ask you this question, Edward. How long have you been watching my videos?
Ever since, probably since February.
Okay, this year.
Since I was looking to buy the bike.
Now,
I watched you, Cruiseman, and a whole bunch of other people.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask this. Now, you said you had a trip planned with your wife, and you had to cancel it. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I'm going to have to cancel it. Because I know Monday, they're probably just going to start. That's when everything is going to start. So based upon what their diagnosis is, I don't know how long that's going to take.
So you had a road trip planned on the Goldwing itself, or you just had it planned for your vehicle?
Yeah, we had a hotel book for Wednesday coming up in Atlanta. We're going to see some family in Atlanta, you know.
So you was going to ride. Was going to ride the Goldwing to Atlanta.
Yeah, I ride a lot, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I just want my viewers. I'm just trying to paint a picture for my viewers. You had a trip planned with your wife. You guys was going to take the Goldwing up to Atlanta, and now you're having to cancel your trip, which is Wednesday, because your bike is in the shop, and they're not going to take a look at it until Monday.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just something, a button they just press or something, and it just reset the key thing or whatever. I don't know. I'm hoping it's something like that so I can just get my bike Monday, because I'm going to go there Monday morning, and I'm going to go there and be like, hey, is the bike ready? So put pressure on them. Like, oh, man, listen, I got a plan, and try to see if they can maybe just try to expedite the service. You know, I don't know. I'm just going to try to put pressure on them Mondays to maybe try to get it on Wednesday. Or before Wednesday. Even if it's Tuesday, I usually ride out in the mornings.
So now, so basically you're telling me what I heard earlier, that you're so turned off by the situation, you almost tempted to buy another bike. Or you kind of want to buy another bike almost.
Yeah. I think I'm still going to buy another bike. Honestly, I think I'm still going to buy another bike. Because I'm not with this, man.
Yeah.
Like, the money I put into my Goldwing, I usually have like 2 bikes. I had sold my M109R Suzuki, and I had a Vulcan 2000 Kawasaki. Vulcan 2000cc Kawasaki. So I was like, you know what, let me just come, you know, and I'm, man.
Hey, Elroy, don't give up yet on your bike, because Honda has to make it right, and the dealer has to make it right. That bike is better than what you're experiencing right now. As far as the crosswinds, you traveling across the desert on I-40, crosswinds will affect any bike.
Okay.
I've been riding on my bike and had to ride it sideways. That's not the Goldwing's fault there.
Okay.
But as far as the gremlins that you're having in your electrical system. I've read about that. So, yeah, they have to fix that. They have to fix it. And if the dealer doesn't fix it, call your Honda rep. Because they'll
Who's my Honda rep?
It right. You have to look in, and that's another thing. Look in your owner's manual.
Right. And
familiarize yourself with the bike. You have a Honda rep. They can take care of problems if the dealer doesn't. Next, familiarize yourself with your warranty. Look over your bike. Familiarize yourself with your warranty. You need to know what's covered and what's not, and for how long. You can't rely on the dealer to tell you everything. You have to know when you go in there.
I think you're 100% right, and I'm actually going to do that tonight.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to get on it right now.
Yeah, if you open up the back of your manual, it's going to give you all of that information. It's going to give you the Honda. It's going to give you the Honda Corporation telephone number in case you have a complaint. If the dealer is not, if you're not satisfied with the work that they have provided you, so you do have some recourse. But I agree with JC. You need to go through your manual and kind of know what you're up against. You can't depend on the dealer to give you that information.
Okay.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you know, my heart goes out to you. Anybody that's watching this video, if you've been having an issue with your 2018 or newer Goldwing, and you had the same issue that Elroy is having with the electrical instrument going haywire and not recognizing the key fob, and you know, if you've been having a check engine light, just a lot of the issues that he's been having on his Goldwing, you may want to put that down in the comment section below. Your comments just may help someone, and I'm hoping that Elroy gets this situation worked out with his 2020 Goldwing that he spent $29,000 on, and now his new bike is in the shop with only 8,000 miles. That's I'm just gonna be frank. That's utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's sad to spend that much money on a bike, and man-made things can break. I do get it. I understand. I get that. But when you spend that kind of money on a bike and you got only 8,000 miles, but here's the part that really bothers me out of this whole situation. The part that bothers me, JC, is that this man has to wait in line, and depending on where you take it, it could be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. How long you may have to wait to get his bike fixed. They want to charge him a fee, even though his bike is under warranty. They want to charge him an expedited fee just to get his bike in, to plug it in, to get him in front of the line. When you spent that kind of money on a bike, they should automatically put you at the front of the line, in my opinion. Or they need to hire some more help. I understand if you're behind, but, only one Goldwing mechanic, he only comes by on Saturday. That's ridiculous, man. They need to stop that. They need to get those bikes looked at in an expedited amount of time, in my personal opinion. That's why I learned to work on my own bike. I bought me a service manual, and a lot of the things I just do myself. I can't do everything, but I do a lot of the things myself because I don't want to go into a dealership just to wait 6, 8 weeks just to get minor servicing done, just to get a light bulb changed. That's ridiculous.
And while you're on the subject, let me add to that, Chris. When it comes to these Goldwings, because of everything Chris said about the dealers, and some of these things I'm finding out, Chris and I both, we found out through trial and error, it pays to learn how to work on your motorcycle. A Goldwing, while it is a reliable bike, while Honda is a reliable company, they're known for making reliable products, because of the dealers are unreliable. Because it's so hard to find a dealer, and when you do, they want to charge your arm and a leg. It pays to learn how to work on your motorcycle. Get a service manual, buy some tools, spend some time familiarizing yourself. Learn how to take that bike apart and put it back together. You don't want to have this kind of motorcycle with this kind of money invested and have to depend on dealers like the ones you're dealing with. And while we're on the subject of that, let me share something with you. The same thing happened to me back in November. I took my bike to what was known as the #1 Honda Power Sports dealer in the country. Happens to be in Arkansas. The number one dealer in the country is in Arkansas, in Russellville, Arkansas. I went there to have the all-ball stem head bearings put in, and they kept my bike overnight. I got a room and spent the night. And when I got back home, I noticed going back home, the bike rode kind of funny. They rerouted my throttle cables wrong. My bike wouldn't even turn correctly. And wow. I ended up having to take my bike to another dealer and get them to drop the front wheel and disassemble the front end and reroute the cables properly. And some of the panels, the shoulders were put back on incorrectly too. And they charged me $400 for that. So again, it happens to all of us. I wish I knew how to do that part myself, but I didn't, so I went to a dealer. And I went to the number one dealer in the country, and they screwed it up.
JC, is your antenna up, JC?
No, it wasn't. It is now. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on the bike.
I think
now. Yeah.
Like Mr. Caliente, I think one of the problems that Honda has with like service is that they work on jet skis, boats, ATVs, generators. Like they're working on everything there. It's like
in other words, Errol, they got their hand into. They got too many irons in the fire. Is what you're telling me.
Yeah, in the service department, they need to break up service department, Honda Marine service, and open a Honda Marine service, Honda Motorcycle service, Honda utility vehicle. They, literally, Broward Motorsports is a big place. It's like Honda, Kawasaki, all of these places combined.
Yeah,
there's so much.
Excuse me. They're supposed to have just Goldwing only mechanics. Sunrise Honda has 2 Goldwing only mechanics. Those guys work on Goldwings only from the time they get there to the time they go home. They shouldn't be doing anything else. And maybe the dealer that you went to didn't. That might be what the problem was.
They said they did because I called around. I actually called the one in Pembroke Pines first because they had a better rating.
Yeah.
But that one don't have a Goldwing mechanic. So he referred me to somebody here on Sunrise Boulevard where Brown Motorsport is at.
Yeah.
I forgot his
watch
name.
your man on your right side, y'all. What?
Yep.
Watch it, lady love.
You guys sound like you're having a good time, man.
Man,
it's one thing I want to say.
Hey.
Everybody okay out there?
There's one thing I want to say. Fix the roads. Man, it's like going over speed bumps. You know, you know what I'm saying? It seems like back in the day they replaced the tar, they fixed the roads. Now it's like they just throw some tar over in a hole and keep it moving. The problem is not going to fix itself. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. It's going to be changing lanes as soon as this top goes to dark. Getting all that bumping back there. You know, the right lane is beat up from the trucks. And a lot of these places don't want to retar the road. Fix the roads, please. But back to you, Elroy. Man, these dealerships are doing a lot of work. They're working on. They got their hands over into too many things. But here's one of the problems. The lack of manpower. They don't have enough help. You know, they try to get by with, one mechanic or, sending a rep by on Saturday to work on the bike. So when you walk in the door, you automatically 4 weeks behind. You're 6 weeks behind. If you are 4 to 6 weeks behind when a person walks in the door, you obviously are short-handed, and you need to get some more help. Now, I don't know how can they do that, but I believe that's what needs to be done. You shouldn't have to walk into the door and you're 4 to 6 weeks behind when you walk in the door. If you're that far behind, it's obvious you need some more help.
Ridiculous, bro.
So, you know,
ridiculous.
4 to 6 weeks, you can build a house.
That's ridiculous. It really is.
And how long have you had that Goldwing, Elroy?
Since February 14th, and I've been riding it ever since I got it. It's up to now.
You only had it a few months.
You only had the bike 3 months?
Yeah, I put a lot of miles on it, though.
You had the bike less than 3 months. And you only put 8,000 miles on it. But even though still, and now your bike is in the shop with electrical issues because it's not recognizing the key fob. It's saying that the check engine light is on. You know, your dash is, you know, things are going haywire on the electrical portion of that bike. That is ridiculous. You guys out there have been experiencing that. I want you to chime in on this video. If you know anybody out there that have had the same issues, or if you know of somebody that had that issue and had it fixed, what was the problem? What could the problem be? What could that be? Is it something minor? Is it something major? Is it a defect? Is it something that Elroy done? Because surely putting aftermarket exhaust on their bike shouldn't cause that issue.
And it's not mechanical. The exhaust is mechanical.
Oh, it's a mechanical exhaust.
Yeah, no, I mean the exhaust,
right,
it deals with the motor. That's a mechanical issue. This is electrical.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my point. You putting exhaust on that bike shouldn't make the electrical system go haywire. And
the people who I got the exhaust from they said it's not gonna cause no problem. Like the bike is not going. I don't know, but I don't think it's the exhaust at all. I was thinking maybe.
What brand exhaust you put on there? What brand exhaust? Can you remember what you put on there?
There was only two, but only one truly fits the 20. This model is the Remus exhaust.
Okay, is that now? Do you have the manual Goldwing or is it DCT?
I got the manual.
You got the manual.
Yeah, I didn't want DCT at all.
Is this your first new motorcycle, or you've had a new motorcycle in the past?
Yeah, I had numerous bikes in the past. This is my first bike I ever bought new and from a dealer.
This is your first brand new bike from a dealer, and it's only been 2.5 months, and your bike is sitting up in the shop with electrical issues.
Exactly, and I sold my previous bikes for this bike. I had two bikes before I had. Yeah.
Wow.
I had a Vulcan. I don't know if you ever heard of the Kawasaki Vulcan?
Yeah.
I had a Kawasaki Vulcan. I've had a couple of
Kawasakis.
But
it was 2,000 cc's though.
Yeah, which Vulcan did you have?
Huh?
Which Kawasaki Vulcan did you have?
The 2005 limited edition. It was like red and black. 2,000
right,
cc's.
But I mean, which one? They have an 800. They have a 1500.
2,000 cc's.
Oh, you had the 2000, the Vulcan 2000. You had a hell of a bike. Okay.
Yeah, that bike was reliable too. That bike was solid, bro. It was so powerful.
The best bike you can buy.
It was so powerful, bro.
Yeah, I test drove a couple of times. That's a hell of a bike. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm young, and I always rode cruisers. I never liked sports bikes. When I actually, bought and sold bikes too, and I had bought an R6. I had a Kawasaki 500, Ninja, whatever. Yeah. I never, and a lot of guys I ride with, like locally, they ride sports bikes. Yeah. So that's why I didn't really get the Harley, because it's only like 83 horsepower. And it was slow compared to the Goldwing. It's like 125 with the exhaust. It's like at 130.
Yeah.
It's a good bike, bro. The motor, I'm telling you, that motor, bro, like when I was driving out west, I was cruising at like 90 miles per hour, just 90, 100 miles, just feeling good until I experienced wind coming back. But the motor feels good. I was going to get a thing named Gull Flash to take away the speed, because when it gets to 100, you feel the power cut off. The bike will do 100 miles at fourth gear at like 4 to 5 RPMs.
Wow. Yeah.
So I don't know. The bike is like stupid powerful, but it's stupid restricted. You know, I'm not buying it for performance, but I do ride pretty hard.
Elroy, let me ask you a question. If the Honda Corporation watching this video, if they was watching the Caliente video here today, what would you like to say to Honda if they was watching this video? Is there anything you would like to say to them?
To what? To make the bike better? To help me with my bike? In what specific?
About your Goldwing. I'm talking about your 2020 Goldwing that you just bought and you've been having these issues with it. If Honda was watching this video and they was listening to what you were saying, is there anything you would want to say directly to Honda if they was watching my video? Go ahead.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to wait this long to plug in a computer. I should be able to go to AutoZone, and they should be able to plug their AutoZone computer into my bike and tell me what code I'm throwing. Because if I'm on the road now, my bike throw a code, there's no thing to read it. And this is supposed to be a touring motorcycle to where you take all over. You know what I'm saying? You take like in all over places where you're not going to find no Honda dealership. And like this bike needs to be a little bit more like I understand that you guys want to keep the work in the dealerships and stuff, but this bike, because you guys don't have that level of service to where you can take care of people's bike professionally, because you guys caused damage to my brand new bike, the Honda Weston out in Weston, Florida. Honda Weston caused damage to my bike. I left them a Google review, but I don't know, man. This is better.
Let me ask you this question there.
Customer service, more catered to bikes.
Now, I've never ridden that. I've never owned that new bike, but you're telling me that that bike doesn't have the OBD code reader like on the automobile, because I think from models from the automobiles, I think it's 96 or newer, maybe 97 or newer. They came out with the OBD 2 code reader, and they can plug it in and pretty much tell you, the code, the fault that is going on with that bike. So you're telling me that on that particular model, it doesn't have the OB2 code reader on your model?
It has it. It's the USB thing in the center console.
Okay.
But only Honda, I don't know what it is. I can't find no forum about it, but only Honda has the software to read it. And they have a company that sells one for the 2017s and before, but their software is not up to date with the new model Goldwing to read the codes. I forgot the name of it. When I was it's like GL 1800 Rider Forum or something like that.
So it's a USB, is what you're telling me, or
it's like that's what they were saying. It's USB in the center.
I got you. So you have a USB plug on the bike that only Honda has the diagnostic tool to plug into your bike to tell you what's going on with it, because it's only, it's a Honda bike and only they can read it. You can't go to AutoZone or you can't go to Napa or a standard parts store and plug in a code reader, is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
Humdinger, have you been, you got anything, Humdinger, you got anything you want to add to this conversation, Humdinger?
I was sitting up here daydreaming, Chris.
All right. What about you, Lady Love? Anything you want to add to him, Lady Love?
No, I'm all right.
Now, Lady Love, you just had an experience with your Spider.
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
Transmission.
Do what now, Lady Love?
I had to get a new transmission put in here.
Yeah.
And then the belt head broke.
Now, I think Lady Love, I can hardly hear Lady Love, but Lady Love was telling me that her bike, she had to take it back and forth to the dealership several times on the same problem. I think she went in for a transmission issue. And she got it back. I think she had some leaks and took it back, and the bike was running hot, so she was running into several issues. Her bike was in the shop for several months. I think it was, 3-4 months, Humdinger, at least? On Lady Love's Spider?
I think he's on his phone.
He's on the phone? Okay.
Is it like the one that's fully dressed out with the touring one?
Exactly. Yeah, she has the touring model.
Yeah, she got the
expensive
RT.
one.
Yeah,
she got the
really
expensive
nice.
one.
Yeah,
she has the
I was gonna
RT.
get it. Yeah, I was gonna get that too, or I was considering that one too until I found out about the unreliability of them. Cause I was like, no, I'm scared. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's 7 months. My bike, even though it was giving electrical problems, it didn't. Even though it didn't let me know what gear I was in.
Yeah. Right now, I wouldn't panic just yet because for all we know, when they start on your bike tomorrow, they may fix it in little or no time. It's because they do have the onboard diagnostics, and once they plug it in, it might be a quick fix. It may be a new part, or they may have to wait. They may have to order another instrument cluster. It may be something simpler than that. But like Chris was saying, anything man-made can fail. So they may fix it, and they may fix it without an issue. So I wouldn't panic just yet.
Well, Elroy, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But Elroy, I want you to keep me posted on your progress on what's going on with your bike. I want you to let me know what the dealership tells you. I want you to let me know how long it's going to take them to get it fixed. Just keep me posted on what's going on with your 2020 Goldwing. And if there's anybody out there that's watching this video that maybe had the same problem that Elroy is having with the electrical issues on his new Goldwing, put it down in the comment section below. Or you can call me. If you want to call me direct, my telephone number is 901-468-9032. If you would like to call and share your story about your Goldwing, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So not only do I spotlight things that are bad, I'll spotlight the positive things as well. So if you want to call me, my telephone number is 901-468-9032. If you want to share your story about your new Goldwing, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, or either your older Goldwing, it doesn't matter. But Elroy, keep us posted on what's going on. If you're watching this video, be sure to comment. I want everybody to chime in on the issues that Elroy is having with his new Goldwing, and I'm curious to find out what's going on with it. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and be sure to click that bell notification, and it will notify you every time I post a video. This is your boy Chris out on the Goldwing, the most luxurious motorcycle in the world, out here with Lady Love, Humdinger, JC, and we're talking to Elroy about his 2020 Goldwing, and I will talk to you guys later. See you.
I do agree with the luxurious thing what you just said. I think it really is, bro. It's a nice bike, It's just sad it don't come like that factory. I had to put too much money into it, but